All right, 1978 to 1979. There's still two things here. And this would 1978 to 1979 would slot pretty perfectly in here.
Mm-hmm. It was one of the earlier affairs.
Mm-hmm. So let's nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Who the fuck is Elizabeth Crave? Well, no, we want secretaries. That's where he was. Christine Garland is no longer working at Roottrees. That's probably when they eloped.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, no, because she eloped before here.
No, Christine Fair is no longer listed. She's now Christine Garland. And then Christine Garland
Okay, yeah, that was
no
here.
longer works.
That's right, Christy Fair. Okay, so yeah, this is when probably when she eloped. Okay, so Beatrice Watts. Juliet McCullen, Doris Mays. Okay, Beatrice Watts. Probably.
Redacted question.
What's your redacted question? Yeah, I want to. The Bethany. Let's just. Please go into the files on the company. Okay. These the company records. And Hillary, we looked for Beth and Elizabeth. Corinne Schwartz were hired. Juliet McCullen and Doris Mays are no longer employed by Roottrees. Okay. $1970. All right, let's. Second page mentions 1976. Beth Knox 50-year work anniversary bonus. 1977, okay. 1976. Okay. No,
so look before though.
Oh,
look at the first page. Who no longer works.
Beth Knox.
Secretary Beth Knox.
I don't see that.
Oh, there's no anybody let go in that year.
Yeah. Huh.
That's okay. No worries. We're happy to
Yeah,
look.
no worries. Listen, as many eyes on this are totally fine. Okay. Rafferty's is Elizabeth Cravensworth. Lloyd Carpenter no longer employed by Roottrees. Christine Garland is no longer working for Roottrees. Beatrice Watts, Corinne Schwartz were hired. Juliet McCullen and Doris Mays are no longer. Let's I feel like the ones that are leaving are the ones that we need to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Lewis and Valerie Ewing.
I just had a thought.
Okay, what's your thought?
Okay, so Elias OG great grandpa canoodled with a woman named Beth, right?
Bess.
Bess is a different form of Beth.
Yeah, Bess Williams.
Yeah.
Did we ever look up Bess Williams?
He was a writer.
Oh, there's an older version of this too.
Oh, someone had a lisp. Um, the diary writer's mother,
Lauren.
Lauren. Yeah, Lauren's mother had a lisp. And she was saying how perfectly suited her parents were because Lauren was always, not Lauren, her mother was always saying shit about people.
Yeah.
But she lisped.
Lauren's mother was, where's she at? Sarah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, was she making fun of the lisp or did she have a lisp?
She was making fun of it.
Oh, no, Grandma had a lisp, didn't she?
Where do we see that? It was something new. We just read that today, didn't we?
I think it was in the new...
It was here.
No. This was definitely Lauren. This was something we read on Monday. We got like a new re-release of Lauren's journal autobiography thing. Where she dished on her parents.
Right, okay.
It's in the second row, the fourth one in. The middle one in the second row. Yeah, there we go.
They moved Grandma Gwyneth's lisp. Oh, who's Beth? It's Bess.
It's Bess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we solved that already.
Okay, but yeah. All right. That's what. Okay, yeah. All right.
Man, it took me like just now to get God only put one eye in miracle. Like eyeball. Like yeah. Wow. I was just looking at the spelling of the word miracle. Like, okay. Yeah, I didn't get it the first time. I'm slow sometimes.
She lived just outside. She died tragically young in a major hurricane that struck the area in 1926. But they had a kid.
In 1921.
Yeah. And they also, it looks like they also adopted somebody.
Well, her kid adopted someone.
Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah, we found that Bess the writer had a son, but we couldn't find anything about him, and then we moved on to the Guy's fuck tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a pin in the fuck tree for a bit. I need to look at something else. Okay. Notable events start here. What else is still here? 5 Ps, Roottrees, Anonymom. Anonymom was a red herring.
That was a dead end, yeah.
Let's look up. I mean, the Roottree Riff, maybe. Yeah.
Are we sure that Anonymom was a red herring? I think she was a dead end because her daughter had the DNA testing done, and the DNA testing was like, nope, not a Roottrie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that... Maybe. 3 press releases. You know what? You're right. We kind of wrote that off with... Potential new Roottrie, yeah.
I mean, Sam even talked to us about this person.
Yeah, the name Anonymous. Yeah, because she said, like, I'm tempted to... Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
One of them took guardianship.
There was an adoption, yeah.
I wonder if that is why it's weird, because maybe they are like Roottrees, but not through blood. Oh no, she claimed that she slept with Guy Hudson and that her daughter was a Roottree.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, did we ever look up a Jane Doe Roottree? I don't think so. Oh no, it's the same article.
Yeah.
What was Sam's endorsement on him went on a media blitz. Ultimately, this backfires. More details came out. People became skeptical of the story due to the extreme similarity to Five Piece. Her accusation even included many of the same details as his mother's story. This included her job, secretary, and the time period late 70s. After fumbling the Five Piece story so publicly, the Roottrees were more prepared to handle all claims of trust-related cases. Within a week, a DNA test proved that Anonymop's daughter could not be related to the Roottrees. This was announced at a... Yeah, because if this was a Guy Hudson thing, there would be 2 kids, maybe. No, I think that's meant to be a dead end.
Yeah. Can we look at the family tree again? I want to look at the connections on fucking Elias there. No.
Oh, over here?
Yeah, that one. Just because, like, I'm having a hard time parsing what I'm looking at. So, his that son married someone. And then
they had a kid, and then they adopted somebody else.
Is that what that is? Why is the ex... Is that like... Wait, did they adopt a grandchild?
John Doe. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what it looks like. They adopted a grandchild.
Okay, so it's all still in the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me puzzle that out.
No,
and
no
out
problem.
What the fuck was going on?
Why did I do that? Let's Can
we look Jane Doe Root Tree up in a periodical in the Butler County Times?
No.
Damn. Okay.
The company has placed much less of an emphasis on Elias' connection figure, but they have also first Anderson Maple Farm. Okay, we saw this. I'm just seeing if there's anything. The quotes from Bess Williams' book appear to have been taken down. And then again, do we look up her Bess Williams, her book Family Man?
Yeah, I think we have some evidence. It's on our evidence table.
Let me just see.
I remember, like, the best thing that could be said about it is that it's only 86 pages long or something.
Yeah. Right here. But
85 pages,
but
yeah.
There's no other insights.
Yeah, no insights.
There's still one more on page 2 here with Piketty.
I think that's gonna send us back into the guy fuckhole.
It's probably the Susie thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He sent his mistress Susie something into the bathroom to proposition me. Yeah. Mid-1981.
Mm-hmm.
She was too good for him anyways. He died soon after. Just want to see. How do I know I had put her name here. Susan Ford. We don't know her maiden name yet, still. The quotes have been taken down. Oh, you're right. We could access an earlier version of the page. You're right. There are a few more quotes about Last Rubicon Family and the Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams. To say they are biased is a massive understatement. Oh, okay. It doesn't actually have any of the quotes. Awards, and one stands out. Like his great-grandson, Carl Elias, was voted Watchman of the Year. Yeah, there's no... Ah, damn it. Bess Williams, come on!
What about Susie? S-U-Z-Y, yeah. What's her face spelled it Susie? Try Susie Ford?
No.
Hmm.
All right. This was in Miami Mercury.
Yeah.
It mentions that Bess's young son, now an orphan, was in attendance during the dedication. It also had a later mentioned was bidding war for a planned expansion of the property. The bidding was owned by Wildcat Construction. Includes a new statue found in the second room that would.
That was the veteran-owned. Yeah.
Constructing a better world. Frank Wildcat Williams left Florida in 1941. Yeah. I don't know if I looked this up in Spider.
Well, Bess's young son was at the dedication.
Yeah, I mean, if we could find a damn dedication, like a photo from that, but...
Well, yeah, search in the... Yeah. No. Fuck.
Miami Print Museum. Pictures been added to your evidence. Another is a printing press that was used by the Miami Sunday. Last original print of Cuba by Cubans. An art book. Hey, Duck.
Hey, Duck.
Spider search results for new Edison mentions something to do with Mary Beth's birth name? What?
What?
Oh, Mary Beth for Clementine. You also Mary Beth Clementine cites. Didn't I put that in as what her actual...
I thought we were pretty sure Clementine was her.
You also find references to Mary Beth Clementine cites. One collector says that the Holy Grail is a re-release of the old Rugged Cross.
Oh, did we look that up?
But the
a re-release of the old Rugged Cross.
That's about it.
Popular hymn. Can we look it up in a periodical?
What was it called?
The old Rugged Cross.
No.
Not just Butler County Times. Look it up in the music one.
Oh, Mary Beth
Mary
Quaker.
Beth Quaker. Oh my God.
Your name's not Clementine, it's Quaker.
Quaker.
And we had her as public speaker because that's what she was later. That's what she became later. So let's see if that sticks. If that doesn't work, then it's definitely musician. Because yeah, later on in life she became public speaker.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that clears that up.
Yay.
Hey, Duck. Yeah, we know that.
We can fill her in. We've done it.
We know that.
Rumored infidelity. Yes, we know.
Oh, it is musician. All right. Well,
okay.
Thanks, Duck. Okay, that's one. Hooray. You dick.
Hey, the Duck is doing his best.
Well, that doesn't... Hey, Duck, guess what? We're done. Well, we did look into that.
Okay, so maybe the woman who eloped with her sweetie was pregnant by Guy.
Okay, so then that was Elizabeth Garland.
No, I don't think her first name was Elizabeth. Garland is right.
I'm getting all my shit mixed up. Okay.
Christine? It was Christine.
It was Christine Garland, yeah. It was here. Yeah, Christine Garland. But that wasn't her maiden name. It was Christine Farrow.
Yeah. And we know his name is Steve.
Steve, yeah. Okay.
Okay, and they could still be married.
Yeah, he probably doesn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. And she was. I mean, we don't know what she is now. She was a secretary at some point.
Yeah.
Hey, Duck. Yeah, we know that. Who the fuck is Rochelle Zimmer?
The owner of the Anatolis.
Oh, that's right.
We never did look her up, though.
Rochelle and her husband Mark Zimmer have a few mentions in the Butler County Times. Both were local business owners. Rochelle owned Antonelli's, an Italian restaurant, and Mark owned a local bookstore called Bookmarks. Both closed in 1992. Mark was also mentioned once in the Butler County Times when he was sued by Steve Garland. Okay. Why were you sued? Okay, let me look up. Kitchen Tales was a story-based recipe book credited to Mark Zimmer that had some success after it was featured on a morning talk show. The book released before the internet was widespread, so mentions are rare. One book collector states that the publishers were unprepared for the demand and that there was no second printing, so it's unusual to find a copy in the wild. You find an alternative medicine website which focuses on cooking with natural ingredients. It mentions that one of Kitchen Tales' recipes uses salt water. The owner of the site has included a scan of that recipe, which was added to your evidence.
Salt water harvested fresh from the ocean and untreated. That kind of salt water? Is that what you want to throw in your recipe?
Yeah.
Filled with fish poop and raw sewage?
Yep. That's good seasoning. She says if you switch out the salt water in the recipe for a mix of 2/3 spring water and 1/3 filtered seawater,
oh my god,
it tastes great.
I both love and hate how I start to shit on something by going out like, oh, you're all like crunchy and natural. Are you cooking with seawater? Yes, they are cooking with seawater. Okay.
For years, two bakers, Flora and Yates, flirted. They grew their friendship, compared recipes, and combined knowledge. She loved his salt and pepper beard. He adored her rosemary cheeks. They thought sweetly about one another, but he was one day whisked away, conscripted to bake the army's bread. By the oil of the lamp, Flora's tears began to salt her bread. The recipe asked the reader to combine flour, yeast, sugar, olive oil, and rosemary, combine the salt and water together, and add to the mixture and whisk until the dough begins to form. It was 10 to 12 years later that they met again, seemingly by fate. Flora's unique dough had earned her a position as the king's personal baker. Yates had found success as well. He baked for the kingdom's 45 diplomats. One day they returned from the Dutch Isles with a gift, 450 unbaked loaves, and were sent to the palace bakery to teach a method that required no kneading. Allow the dough to prove for 10 to 12 hours, then spread it out and let sit for over 45 minutes on a floured baking sheet with no kneading. Next, prepare a Dutch oven preheated to 450 degrees. Upon seeing Yates, Flora was both delighted and distraught. She felt as if she was torn in two. She had not been made aware of the gift and had already prepared buns for the palace ovens. She wished to greet...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is a very thinly veiled allegory.
Yeah.
She wished to greet Yates warmly, but was struck by fears. That he'd be unable to bake with her. That she'd face retribution for being unprepared. She cried to Yates, adding more salt to her dough. Cut the dough into 2 equal pieces.
Oh my god.
And lightly sprinkle salt across the top of only one of them. Okay, it looks like they had twins. Yates eased her pain. He insisted she had no obligation to prepare for a return she thought impossible. But he shared her fear of retribution. He knew if they did not solve her predicament, they'd miss their final chance to bake together. Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow. This is rough.
In the end, and instead of wallowing in the present, they worked together to shape the future. They twisted and entwined their doughs and baked them as one. We're stretching this allegory, guys, a little bit.
Yeah, they really went for it here.
Thus was born the plated loaf. word quickly spread of this new delight. The king's decree on royal parchment was that it would be considered a delicacy. Roll and twist the pieces to entwine them. Then take the twist and wrap around the inside of the Dutch oven. Oh. A top parchment from... Oh, I guess that's it.
Yeah, you don't get to finish the recipe. Sorry.
Oh, it's right here. Roll and twist the pieces to entwine them, and then take the twist and wrap around the inside of the Dutch oven atop parchment from outside inward to make a spiral. Bankrolled by the king, Flora and Yates spent their days baking together. They traveled for 45 years, then settled down for 15 more. Their souls were golden with no regrets. Lastly, bake for 45 minutes, remove lid, and observe until crust is golden brown, which could take up to 15 minutes.
Wow.
Hillary, I'm too good a baker for this shit.
I just feel like I need to sit here for a moment with that one.
You gotta let that one rise a bit?
No. I don't know what I have to do. Wow. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious why Steve sued him. Like...
Is it, though?
Yeah.
I'm being facetious.
Yeah,
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, Aunt, we're all coming to your house to punch you.
What? Why? What did I do?
You know what you did.
What did I do?
You know what you did.
What did I do? No, I don't know what I did.
Your horrible wordplay, Anthony.
Oh, okay, that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that just came naturally to me, so I'm assuming. I'm assuming chef. I don't know.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems correct.
Can I hold on? Can I get a picture of the bread? No.
No, the bread does not count as a baby photo. Imagine if you could put that in.
Okay, but we have Kitchen Tales, and we have the author now.
Yes.
We can look it up at the library. Who was the author again?
Mark Zimmer.
Mark Zimmer. There we go. Re-releases Garnishing the Truth.
Oh my god.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Mark was a fucking dickhead.
We have
the author. What was his name again?
Steel Trap. What? Nothing relevant to your investigation in the public library. Okay, well.
Author name?
Well, let me look up Garnishing the Truth on Spider Search.
Yeah.
Garnishing the Truth is corporate credit to Garland and Zimmer.
Hmm.
It was released in 1994. It was actually quite successful after the duo appeared to promote it on a daytime talk show. There have been multiple printings since. According to a book review, the recipes are accompanied by stories that help the reader remember the ingredients. The reviewer says that it seems perfect for learning to cook with the entire family.
Ha! Ha ha ha! 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 Story of infidelity in there.
And Mark
Garland.
Zimmer and Christine Garland.
Or Steve Garland.
Oh, you're right. There we go.
There we go.
The introduction of this book is a series of acknowledgments from Steve. The first is, Christine, thank you for everything. Your support means the world to me. You are the apple of my pie. Okay, but that's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Thank you. The second is to James and Robert. You're becoming amazing men and incredible chefs. I guess I'm a good teacher.
Oh, well, we have the kids.
The final is to Mark Zimmer. Fuck you. You proved my storytelling approach to recipes could be popular. Without you, this book couldn't exist.
Oh, geez. Zimmer stole a lot from Steve. God damn.
There is also a foreword by Mark Zimmer. I first met Steve in 1978 when he taught a cooking class. The next time I saw him was over a decade later when he was suing me for stealing his recipes. Yes, really. So you might wonder what I'm doing in this introduction. Well, it turns out that Steve and I had more in common than we thought. Instead of settling in court, we settled it at McCarran's brew house over a game of darts. They said they'd give us the first drink of the night free for an entire year for mentioning them.
Oh my god.
By the end of the game, He and I agreed we'd both rather make a ton of money together than spend a ton of money on lawyers. It's pretty rare to meet your best friend so late in life, but when I decided to retire, I moved to Boston just so we could hang out. So if you're browsing this book at a bookstore, please buy our book. We need more money for when the free beer runs out, and the bookstore could probably use the sale.
Oh my god. Okay. I feel less annoyed by everything.
All right. Kind of want to look up McCarran's Brewhouse and Spider Search.
It's a pub in Boston, ain't it?
Yep, and they have a website. Apparently, the bar has been around a long time. On the site, there's a list of famous people that have had a drink there, including former President of the United States, not the Roottrees Company, Kennedy. There's also a few listings of television shows and books that have mentioned McCarran's as well as how they came up. One of them is Garnishing the Truth, which the site has this to say about. Local and regular Stevie G wrote a book about food. We prefer cocktails, but he gave us a shout out, and we ain't gonna say no to free press. So go grab a bite at his kids' joint, Fried Eye, and then swing by. Ooh, Fried Eye. Fried Eye is a fairly popular restaurant in Boston. They don't have a website, but many locals seem to mention them in various places. One more in-depth review explains that it's not a full restaurant, just a front door and a very small interior with a window. Unusually, the restaurant only serves vegetables, but a lot of reviews say that in spite of that, it's delicious. You also find a short story about it listed on a website called My Boston Homepage. Whoever runs the page seems to just link to random sites related to Boston. Boston. Tell personal anecdotes related to Boston and give their relatively short opinions on things in Boston. It's very unorganized. Like that, just like Boston.
Just like Bart.
Just like Bart. It has this to say about Friday. Wicked overrated. Oh, God, that hurt my soul. I saw it in Chef's Signature, so I went. There was a there was a huge line, and they didn't have a single meat dish. What's even the point?
Vegetables are delicious and also good for you. That's the point. Well, Chef's Signature. Let's look that up.
I just... Fried Eye. Chef's Signature covered Friday less than a year ago, right around the time you were doing your initial investigation. Each article at Chef's Signature tends to focus on a restaurant, and like the magazine's name implies, each restaurant lists the one main dish that the head chef is known for. Fried Eye Signature is the samosa cone. The cover and main article have been added to your evidence. Hell yeah. God,
oh my god, look at those cuties.
Can a vegetarian diet be trendy? Sitting down with the Garlands, the new boys in Boston. Chef's Signature, a nationally published magazine targeted towards fans of unusual restaurants, featured James and Robert Garland on the cover of their November 1998 issue. According to the article, the two brothers own a small walk-up window in Boston called Fried Eye, a play on the tie-dye shirts that the servers wear, that exclusively serves vegetarian dishes. Most of the offerings are heavily inspired by the powerful spices found in Thai and Indian food. Their signature dish is the samosa cone, which from a distance somewhat resembles a traditional ice cream, complete with waffle pattern. Instead, it contains fried potatoes, pureed peas, carrots, and a special gingerbread-based sauce.
Gingerbread sauce? Oh no.
Listen, I'd have some gingerbread sauce, but this sounds awesome too.
Yeah, it does.
Robert, who is 3 years younger than James, jokes...
Oh.
Okay. So
wait.
They weren't twins. She had one kid with Guy and another with
Steve.
With Steve.
Okay. Yeah, they don't look like twins.
No.
Okay, so Robert is the younger brother.
Okay, let me just so we've got
Robert is the younger brother in the sous chef's jacket.
You're right.
They don't look very related.
No, this is Robert.
Yeah.
And this is James.
Robert in red, James in blue.
Okay. So. Oh wait.
Gotta get that lady name out of there.
James Garland and Robert Garland.
Yeah.
Chef.
Easy.
And chef. And boom. And boom. We still don't have a mother picture yet.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Let's keep
finish
going.
that evidence. Read.
Yeah. Robert, who's 3 years younger than James, jokes that although the age difference has left him delegated to wear the sous chef jacket his whole life, he doesn't mind. As a result, James answers most of the interviewer's questions. James credits his love of food and his culinary skills to their upbringing. Most kids hate vegetables growing up, but they don't have parents like we did. My father was a chef, and my mother grew up on a farm that supplied his restaurant. That's how they met. I don't have... Oh, we should probably change it to farmhand for her. That's right.
Oh, well, that's her most recent.
Maybe.
Not necessarily her most recent. Yeah.
I don't have any memories from the farm or anything like that since we moved here before I could even talk, but they told me stories. My dad's a great storyteller. He even wrote a book that partially helped fund Friday. When we moved, they were looking to open their own restaurant together. Unfortunately, they never got it off the ground. His line cook gig ended up being less temporary than he hoped, and she had to go back to work as a secretary even after Robert was born. Oh, so it is secretary. Before we were old enough to go to school, we spent our days with my aunt. In the diner where he worked, my dad had no room for experimenting, so he'd exercise his skills at home on his days off. We'd always go shopping and cook as a family on those days, and even though we were hyper kids running around and causing a ruckus, those were some of our family's favorite memories since we were all together. Mom always had the eye for the best vegetables for him to work with, and she did her best to pass that on to us.
Aww.
According to the article, their parents, who are now retired, visit Friday often. They even have a signature dessert, the Sistine apple. Apple pie. Apple pie has always been my mom's favorite, and my dad always had this stupid line he used to make her laugh involving apple pie. Most people realize it's a Sistine Chapel pun and assume that's all there is to it, but it's actually secretly named after them, sort of. That's fucking precious.
Ugh, gross. Okay, so dad's a cook and mom's a secretary.
Yeah, we just need a picture.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what his job is.
Oh, that's right.
She's just a dude. It doesn't matter.
He's just some guy.
He's just some guy.
Is retired an option?
Is retired an option? No.
No. Okay, her last job was secretary.
Okay.
Damn, we just need her photo, and I bet we'd... Well, I don't know what else we have
Duck!
ready to go.
The secretary in Piketty photo 2 due to the timing of Zach's retirement.
Piketty photo 2. Oh!
Is it this one?
No, the other one. The blonde.
I forgot about that one.
I forgot about that one too. Thanks, Duck.
Thanks, Duck. Boom, boom, boom.
We're barely over halfway through.
This one is rough. Oh, hey, it's Clark again. Oh, and
shit. Hey there, it's us.
They're here together.
So I just have to say, the work you're doing here is fantastic.
The duck helps a lot.
The duck helps a lot. Have you met our fortune-telling duck?
So fantastic, in fact.
There goes Clark. Always the bad cop. Go ahead.
Well, our law firm, Ruby Legal Enterprises,
Oh.
is having trouble keeping up.
No, that
They're
sounds like a
actually
them
begging
problem.
us to stop submitting new root trees. They said it's getting difficult to verify your progress.
It's not, though.
Well, consider that a good thing. I told Clark you'd get results.
She says that like I didn't believe her. Regardless, the bad news is it's going to take 5 potential tree additions before anyone locks in from now on. Good luck.
And keep up the good work.
You guys could, seriously, you guys could come in.
Yeah, I have a beanbag chair right there. There's a comfortable computer chair I'm probably not using much.
There's a chair there. There's a beanbag chair.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we've got room for guests. For exactly two guests.
Okay, we gotta get the... So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Alright, we only have... The Guy fuck tree is almost complete.
Yeah.
Oof. That was like our entire night was the Guy fuck tree.
It sure was.
We've got this whole crew, and then we have This is, I have no, because there's nothing on Bess. There's nothing on this woman.
Yeah.